Yeah, we didn't even comb our hair.
Happy Wednesday, League City. These gentlemen are joining me here today from the fire department and fire marshal's office. And I guess they're angry because I didn't provide hair and makeup services. You know, the city doesn't provide me hair and makeup services. What you see is what you get. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to powder everyone's nose or forehead.
That's right. We'll forgive you. Well, I'm not going there.
Happy Wednesday, League City. It is Fire Prevention Awareness Week. So that's why I have these gentlemen here today, including our brand new fire chief, Chief Michael Lugo. Welcome to League City, though really it's not welcome anymore. You've been here 2 months, so we can't say you're new anymore. No. So first off, what are your thoughts about League City?
Oh, I think it's amazing. My family and I love this place. We just love the great job that you do and the city does. I can tell you that much. How much the city involvement, that's what we're looking forward to, and it's been great.
Well, you've been left in good hands, I have to say. I know Tommy Cones, our fire marshal, and Jeff Allen. I guess you're a deputy fire marshal. Is that right? Is that your official title? Assistant
fire marshal.
Assistant fire marshal. Very, very involved with our volunteer fire department. A lot of folks don't even realize that our fire department is all volunteer. So if you're watching and you didn't know, our fire department is all volunteer. And they are partnering this week with our fire marshal's office to really spread awareness about fire prevention and learning the sounds of fire safety. Who wants to take it away with what's going on this week? Jeff, you're going to go for it?
Sure. So this year's theme is learning the sounds of fire safety. So it's a theme that NFPA comes out with every year. Basically, this year they want you to know the difference between a fire alarm and a CO alarm, and what's a
CO alarm? Don't use jargon on me, guys.
Carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide.
So they want you to know the difference between the two types of alarms, and then when the alarm starts beeping in the middle of the night, what does that actually mean? If it's a low battery or whatnot. So that's the push this year, is to get that information out and help the citizens understand what their alarm's actually doing.
Well, and let's take a step back, because we want to first, even if you don't know the sounds, we're going to get to that, and we're actually going to hear those sounds, why it is so important to have not only a smoke detector, but also a carbon monoxide detector in your home. And you've been in the fire industry, gosh, for what? Well, I don't want to date you. We'll just say a long time.
About 42 years.
And I know you've seen firsthand the difference that having those detectors can make.
Yes, as we talked before, and we spoke about this many a times. I spent 32 years with the city of Houston, and I've always talked about smoke detectors. I probably made, unfortunately, about 30 fire deaths throughout my lifetime.
That could have been prevented.
That could have been prevented, and I'm not for sure if it's coincidental or just the fact that a person didn't have a fire alarm. I have never made a fire death or an injury with a working smoke detector. I have made plenty of them without having batteries in the smoke detectors or no detector at all. And I think that's important. That's what we're trying to educate everybody, is the fact that these smoke detectors are only $15, $20 at the most. What great insurance to protect yourself while you're asleep. And having one in your bedroom and outside your bedroom, if a fire occurs, it'll wake you up and give you time to get out of the house. And that's the main thing that we try to express to everybody, is that smoke detectors will work and will wake you up during a fire. And unfortunately, we make a lot of fire deaths without batteries or smoke detectors.
So you mentioned in the bedroom, outside the bedroom, where should we have smoke detectors, and how many? I mean, when you're looking at your typical square foot house, 2,000, 2,500.
So what we recommend is in every bedroom should have a smoke detector, and then in the hallways outside the bedrooms you should have them. So we encourage people to sleep with their doors closed at night. That acts as a natural fire barrier built into your house. So if the alarm's outside, you'll hear it outside the bedroom going off. I also recommend to put them in like your living room, where you're watching TV at. If people sleep on your couch, you may take a nap in the middle of the afternoon or something. So anywhere where you sleep is where we recommend them, and then the hallways outside of those areas as well.
And you actually don't recommend kitchens.
Do not put them in the kitchen.
Because if you're better off by cooking, we don't put fire. Yeah.
Set a timer for your cooking. It goes off, take your food out.
Take your food out. But it is important, though, to have it near the kitchen, away from the smoke or the the particles that can produce a fire alarm to go off, because kitchen is a area that fires do occur.
Yeah,
And
very
so
commonly.
if
I mean,
have
you
it
guys
in the-
respond to a lot of stovetop fires.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if you have it in your living room somewhere close to a fire or to a kitchen, that would be good. We encourage them even, kind of in the garage, because you could have a vehicle fire. Now, you may get a little bit more trouble, a little bit more false alarms, but, any place that you may have a fire. We like to see one upstairs in bedrooms, upstairs.
Right.
In the,
Well, we have a
in
lot
the
of
ceilings,
two-story
so forth.
homes in
Yes,
League
we
City,
do.
so certainly not just on your downstairs, but also on the upstairs
Correct.
as well. And then let's talk about carbon monoxide detectors. Where do we want to put those, and where are the dangers of having carbon monoxide?
So what's recommended is a minimum at least on every floor.
Okay.
So at least one on your first floor of your house and one on the second floor of your house in the common spaces. That's the minimum that we would recommend. Obviously, the more you have, the better protected you're going to be. But and a lot of these units are actually dual purpose, so they're
Okay,
smoke
so is
and
that
carbon
tell me
monoxide.
what that is.
So this
you
is-
can even hold it up. I think Leanne
Yeah,
might be able to get it.
so this is actually one that we ordered a couple weeks ago, just off Amazon. $15, $20,
Okay.
and we got it the next day with Amazon Prime. So
Gotta love Amazon Prime.
and so this is a combination unit. So
I didn't even know they sold combination.
Yeah, so
units.
this
That's
is this
the way
one
to
will-
go then.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This kind of knocks two birds, one stone type of deal. So you get the CO in every bedroom, every hallway. Carbon monoxide in every bedroom and every hallway, and then you get the smoke detector with it. So it's one device, less holes you got to put in the ceilings to mount it.
Yeah.
And then the batteries, we recommend you change the batteries out every 2 years. I'm sorry, every 6 months,
Oh,
change the
okay.
batteries.
Okay.
And then every 10 years, change out the device.
So
altogether.
10 years, change it out completely. Every 6 months, do the batteries. I've
Correct.
always heard like the beginning of the year, New Year's, that's always a good time to
Time change.
time change.
change,
Or
right.
the time changes make sense.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
that's a good time to
We
do
are
it.
having fall back soon,
Right.
so that'll be a good
And
opportunity.
we try to do it at least twice a year, so that the batteries don't run down and you start hearing the chirping sound.
All right, well, speaking of that, so this year's theme is learn the sounds of fire safety. So let's do a little demo. What do we got? Okay, I'm going to say smoke alarm. Oh, Lord, I didn't know there was more. I thought
it
that
loud?
was the initial. I thought that was it. Wait,
So that was the smoke alarm.
I thought it said fire. Oh.
Warning, carbon monoxide.
Oh.
It's going through a self-test now.
Okay.
And basically, these are the sounds of the fire alarm, and we can play it again so you can hear it one more time.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
the loud noise obviously is the alarm itself, and the chirping is also an indication that the batteries
The
may be going
battery's
bad.
dead. Okay, let's do it again.
Fire alarm.
That would wake me up.
Fire.
And it says fire.
Yes.
Warning, carbon monoxide.
And that's carbon monoxide. Okay.
Right.
So I know a lot of folks.
That should be it.
I know a lot of folks. Fire, fire. I know a lot of folks will hear the chirping. I'm not going to out my husband, but I just did. That might just take a broom and knock that thing down when it's chirping instead of putting that battery back in. Have you ever encountered that?
All the
no
time.
batteries in it, or
All
just
too often.
All too
Yeah.
often.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we try to encourage people to go ahead and pull the batteries out before it does start chirping. And if you do it on every time change,
Then you don't have to ever.
then
have
you
it
don't
chirp.
ever have it chirp.
Yeah.
Now, if it does start to chirp, say 3 years down the road, then obviously you have some type of problem with the smoke detector that you need to take down and replace. If you replace the batteries and it still chirps, then you have a bad
Then
smoke
you have a bad
detector.
smoke one.
But
Okay.
people put smoke detectors in their homes and they keep them there for the life of the home. It's not made for that. You really
Yeah,
have
that's
an expiration
true.
of 10 years.
10
Every
years
10 years,
is really.
you should take them all down and replace them.
Yeah, and that's true. If it is chirping and you put new batteries and it continues to chirp, it really is you need a new one. So
Right.
just really frankly, get on Amazon. I mean, you might as well, you're up. Get on Amazon 24 hours or the next morning and just hit enter, because $15-20 and it's a combo unit. That's what I like about that. You don't have to do two separate ones. You can just do one in your house, and that's carbon monoxide. Tell me some instances that are calls that you guys have seen or been on. I know you tell us a little bit where you came from too, because a lot of folks want to know where Chief Lugo, where you worked before League City.
Yes, I came from North Texas, Denton area, and so we get a lot of the cold weather.
Yeah.
compared
Oh,
down
yeah.
here. So what we did at my department down there, and I brought it here, and we actually implemented it, is every ambulance on their airway bag that they bring into every medical call they go on, now has a single gas, a carbon monoxide detector on their airway bag. And it's always on. So I did that for the safety of the paramedics and the firefighters. Because times when people might be feeling sick and they call 911 for medical emergency, while the paramedics are in there, and that alarm starts going off, that lets them know there's a CO leak, carbon monoxide leak inside the house. That's probably why they're feeling sick.
That's probably why they're not feeling well.
Scare everybody out and start treating
Well, then they
them.
can protect themselves as well, the paramedics.
Absolutely, because paramedics are really detectives trying to figure out what's wrong with the patient, how to correct that issue and take care of them. And carbon monoxide's a silent, you can't smell it, see it, or anything type of gas. So it's very important we have these detectors. And with them on the airway bags too, with them in the ambulance, if there's a exhaust leak or something in the ambulance or a vehicle, it starts alarming, that tells us so we can check it out. So that's why I learned that from up north.
Yeah, well, and I mean, not to say we don't get that cold, because what do we just go through the craziest winter freeze, and they're like, oh, you know, could it be getting colder again? And I'm like, okay, well, let's not have that again. But yeah, we had a lot of folks with no electricity wanting to turn on the gas ovens and try to stay warm, and you know that's a huge danger.
With that, yeah, so a lot of the smoke detectors, especially the newer houses, are dual. They're wired and they're battery backup. So when the power's out, the batteries are going to be used, and then afterwards they're going to start chirping.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. After a large power outage, that is when they're going to be all using those, so that's why they would start chirping.
So when you take these off and you look at the back of it, it has on here what each beep means.
Okay.
So if you hear a beep every 60 seconds for this model, it tells you it's a low battery.
Okay.
To change it out. And what I've done and I recommend is when you change out the batteries, vacuum here too, because usually dust, spider webs, and all that get in there and could set it all false. So if you vacuum that area up, change your battery out, it should help it.
Oh, good. I didn't even think about that. That's a good
And there are
idea.
detectors that have the 10-year lithium batteries in it, because after that battery's done with, you cannot open it. You have to
You just
dispose
throw the
of
whole
it.
thing
You
away,
throw the whole
get
thing
a
away,
new
get a new
one.
one.
That's the way to go
Just
too.
like Chief Cohn said, 10 years is all they're good for. That's why it's a 10-year battery. So you just get rid of the whole
That makes
device
sense.
and buy a new
That
one.
makes total sense. Well, for those folks that have questions, you guys are going to be out and about quite a bit this week. So tell me all the events that you're going to be out starting tomorrow, right?
Sure. So tomorrow from 4 to 7, we're going to be at Home Depot on 646. And then Friday, we'll be at Countryside Park for the food truck and cornhole event.
That's right. That's right. Are you bringing a truck out there, an engine out there?
I believe there'll be an engine out there, and then we'll have 2 guys from our office will be out there as well.
So I know a lot of kids love to know when a fire truck's out. So Countryside Park, and adults. I shouldn't just say the kids. So Countryside Park, 6 o'clock. We're doing this. You can play cornhole, food trucks, entertainment, and then you guys will be out there as well. So bring the kids. They want to, take a look at a fire truck, and you can ask about fire prevention in your home as well.
And we'll have lots of cool giveaways.
Most important thing, cool giveaways, because we know everyone in League City loves swag.
We would also like to mention if a person is interested in any type of home inspection of their home or commercial building, give the fire marshal's office a call. We'll come out and inspect their building free of charge. You can call 281-554-1290 and schedule a time. We'll be more than happy.
I'm going to say it's 281-554-1290.
1290.
And you guys do that all the time.
Yes, we do.
And I don't think a lot of folks realize the difference between the fire department and the fire marshal's office.
ma'am.
So tell me a little bit
Well,
about that.
the fire marshal's office was incorporated many years back with the city, of course, and the fire marshal's office is really has several, responsibilities. One of them being fire investigations. When a fire does occur, we investigate the fire and try to find out what causes the fire and what started it at the time. We also do public education in schools, HOAs, any place anybody wants to talk about public education, we'll go to them and try to teach that. We do fire inspections of all businesses. We try to reach them every year, annually, so that we can make
all
a
the
place.
time. So whether it's a new business, existing business,
Absolutely.
you guys are inspecting.
Existing, we try to go in at least once a year to look at it and make sure it's safe for people like yourself, myself, and the citizens of Lake City to go in, and it's a safe building to go in. And after that, we kind of catch all other
Yeah.
stuff in
Yeah,
the fire
I know you do,
department.
and then new buildings too. Have
New
to have
buildings and
any,
construction.
and we know here in League City, we're booming. So
Yes,
I mean, you guys
absolutely.
are out and about all the time, inspecting new businesses, new homes, new facility, all of that. Good
Absolutely.
stuff. Even our stuff. Before we can open or do anything, we
Right.
gotta call Tommy and Jeff
We-
to check
we-
things out.
We need to talk after
Yeah.
this.
Oh, okay. All right. We're gonna have to
This
shut
is
down the
great
studio.
facility.
Apparently, they're
No.
LED lights. I swear. So, well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Again, this is Fire Prevention Week, all week long. You guys are going to be out at Home Depot tomorrow.
Home Depot tomorrow,
Countryside Park on Friday at 6.
and then Lowe's from 9 to 1 on Saturday.
9 to 1 on Saturday. Just basically come and talk about preventing fires in your home,
Absolutely.
developing a fire safety plan, have the kids come out, meet some firefighters. You guys do a great
Absolutely.
job. Absolutely.
Thank
And
you.
Chief Lugo, welcome. Welcome to League City. Like I said, you're not new anymore. You've been here 2 months. You're an official League City resident. So we'll be hearing more from you in the future, and I hope you can get out and meet so many of our residents at these upcoming events. We love going out in our community, and
Yep.
and you guys did a great job last night as well too for National Night Out.
Yes.
Everybody was out and about last
We
night's
did.
National Night Out. So thanks for everything that you guys do to keep our city safe. We really, really appreciate it, and we appreciate you, League City, for watching. I will see you next week for another Lunch and Learn. Have a good week.